ain't trying to deal with me. Okay, cool, you can sell that seat. Ooh, and she felt intrigued. Trying to duck the LMP. D, go and get yourself this thing. And she trying to link up. So much we got synced up. Pulled up in the dinged up whip. This ain't Pepto-Biz, what this pink stuff is. Long tell me. Yeah, you heard me, you ain't felt me. I've been moving, I've been shaking, go and hit me on the celly. Try to sell me on something while I hold it compelling. Ever since I've been gone like Kelly, they been trying to tell me about this and that. I ain't chatting with you, we ain't going tit for tat. Trying to tell me how to get in the bag, we're going to get in the bag, I'm about to get in it. I'm like, automatic is a habit, you should know it's automated. I've been getting to it, I ain't noticed y'all was hating. Brand new chick, she don't know that I can pace it. I just wanna know that I can hold a conversation. Oof, I don't know what y'all debating. I've been waiting for you, now I'm running out of patience. Running up a check, trying to run an operation. Went broke in the check and put 100 out of savings in. I can tell now that you ain't talking about nothing. I'ma need something I can calm down from. I'm gonna pull it with the bar down one. 6 months in, I ain't once. Trying to tell me what you know about me. You don't know nothing, keep it real with me. She said she ain't trying to deal with me. Okay, cool, you can sell that seat. Go ahead, touch down like that. 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 Hey, hey, go ahead, touch down like that. 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 Like work the middle, 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 work the middle.
Today, from the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in New Orleans, it's Week 11 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Drew Brees and the New Orleans Saints taking on Matt Ryan and the Atlanta Falcons.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us in downtown New Orleans at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome. The setting in this dome just serves to amplify the excitement of the folks in New Orleans as their Saints burst from the tunnel a moment ago. They're set, and we're set as well as the Saints get ready to do battle with Matt Ryan and the Atlanta Falcons. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Saints team as they interplay. The losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that,
the NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. Green to bring it back. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Here come the Falcons, and at the helm, their starting quarterback since the day he was drafted back in 2008. Their all-time leading passer, Matt Ryan.
You talk about the pause that refreshes. I think it's come at a perfect time of the year for them, hasn't it? You know, the season is starting to wind down, got a little bit of a break. But how about the guy calling the signals? He's got to be excited about that because now he didn't just get a game plan for 1 week. He was able to work on it for 2 weeks. I can't wait to see if they have anything special in store for him today.
On first down, Ryan. He's going to have the hook up to Gage. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
A gain of 4. It's now
out of the gun. It's Ryan. Short throw underneath to Hurst. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. So opening drive, third down, they go with a slant. It works.
And I'm wondering when the league's going to figure it out because everyone throws it on third down. You expect pressure, so you want the ball in the hands of the quarterback quickly. It's a 3-step route ordinarily, and you're throwing it where you see the receiver breaking towards you. So it's an inside route. Everyone likes it, and it's executed very well.
And he's taken down here by the Saints. Give the sack to David Onyemata, the product of Nigeria by way of Canada. Tell you what, he did not have much time there to scan the field before he was ducking and covering.
Did it appear to you, as it did to me, that the defensive front won their play really quickly? Meaning the guys in front of them had almost no chance to block them. They were on him in a hurry.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Ito Smith, his first carry. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line.
Chauncey Gardner-Johnson on the tackle. A 2-yard gain on the play.
Third and long. It's Ryan. He finds Smith out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
A gain of 18.
How about to start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
And the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. They'll throw on first down with Ryan. Short throw underneath to Hurst. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down.
At the 24-yard line.
On the draw, this is Smith. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. 8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is third down.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's third down.
From the gun, it's Ryan. It's caught. Jones. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that has to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
On first and goal, Gurley. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
So often you hear that pep talks don't really work in the heat of the battle, but collectively, this defense has to say to each other, we've been on our heels this whole first drive. This is where we need to dig in. And they got a nice stop right there for a loss on 1st and goal.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. From the shotgun, Ryan. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. About a half yard from the end zone, 3rd and goal.
From the 8-yard
from the gun, Ryan. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
And this one is right through. And the Falcons are out to a 3-0 advantage.
Saints, nothing.
Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, it kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
The Saints offense now getting set here and leading them out in what could be his final NFL season. The game's all-time leading passer, that's Drew Brees.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe he leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free.
And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Well, Emmanuel Sanders now with the Saints, but he was a member of these 49ers last year for the second half of the season during their run to Super Bowl 54. So the ref takes a peek here, wants to see if the receiver had possession and both feet inbounds.
If this were a college game, this would be a legal catch. It's the 2nd foot that they're looking at to make sure it gets down. You have to have 2 inbounds in the NFL.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
Looking for Sanders here on the deep ball. And the double coverage, and it's intercepted. Isaiah and he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
So for the 2nd time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Gurley, the ball carrier.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Marshawn Lattimore there defensively.
On third down, Ryan. That's complete to Smith. And he's going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
It's a gain of 10.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Throwing now, Ryan on first down. And he will find Ridley. That's complete.
Complete to Calvin.
They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
The pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 33-yard line.
Throwing again, Ryan. Caught on the right side by Jones. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 43. That one goes for 24 yards.
You had to figure they'd try and get the ball to Julio early, and they did it right there. And it doesn't take a degree from MIT to know that, so you had to figure, what's up with the defense? You should know that that's coming right away.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. To throw again is Ryan. A slant to Jones. And he's taken down inside the 30. This duo locked in. 14 yards there and a first down.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. Smith catches left side. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
A gain of 4.
Ryan will throw again. And that one finds the ground, breaking a string of 5 straight completions. And it brings up second down. No, third down.
Third down. And 6 yards to go.
Again, Ryan. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. He connected on his first. This time it's 39 yards away. And his kick is right there. It's good. And that'll make it 6-0 here in the first.
6. Saints nothing.
So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goal is probably not what they were hoping for.
Man, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
Drew Brees getting ready to go again on offense. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice.
And his first carry, he loses the football. And the Falcons grab it. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Not the trend he wanted to start the season with a fumble lost in both weeks 1 and 2. Now, it's not a disaster, but certainly not what he was looking for.
Got to get that fixed because otherwise he shows up on every scouting report. I remember sitting in defensive rooms and hearing the scouting report from my coaches, and if someone had a particular problem carrying the ball and holding on to it, that was noted. Hey, make sure you get a little extra attention to him. Get after the football. He's dropped it the last couple of games.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Ryan. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Incomplete. Malcolm Jenkins on the coverage.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Ryan. This one caught by Ridley. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. Nothing our score after 1.
With the score, Falcons 6, Saints nothing.
Now Ryan on first down. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
To throw again on second down. Ryan, that's caught over the middle by Hurst. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. The Falcon passing game looking good on this drive as they get the first down. Now Ryan. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Luke Stocker. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Falcons push further out in front.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
It worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
And he's got it to make it now 13-0. That time a 6-play drive. And the end result, an Atlanta touchdown.
Nothing.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
First and 10 at their own 20.
Alvin Kamara and the Saints set to start their next drive. He's got to clear his mind a little bit right now. 1 carry, and that carry was a lost fumble.
Clear his mind, clear his hands, and just let this one go. Sometimes it happens. You drop the ball, got a full game ahead of him, hand it to him again, see if they can start to produce.
And here's a throw that's taken in by the tight end Cook. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
First and 10.
Breeze on the draw, gives to Kamara. The broken tackle, but couldn't create much space. Down just beyond the 35.
The ball carrier.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
They'll come out in a 4-receiver look. 3 men to the right side on 2nd and 6. From the gun, it's Breeze. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 15 yards on the play, first down. If you're going to blitz, you're likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Now Breeze. Sanders has it over the middle. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down. Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25.
Good for us.
I haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the first down sticks are, and get there.
Off the play fake to Kamara, it's Breeze. That is caught at the 7. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. A first opportunity upcoming in the red zone for the Saints. They've got a 1st and goal to go at the 7. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Back to the ground, it's Kamara. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
A gain of 1 yard on the play. It's now
Breeze now on 3rd and goal. The 3rd down battle won by Atlanta's defense. Solid coverage.
Out of the end zone.
Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
And Lutz puts this one through. And they will indeed get on the board here, but still trailing. It's now 13-3.
Saints 3.
So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup.
On second down, here's a keeper by the QB. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Cameron Jordan in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. The decision that time was to keep it, and not a great one. Once he got out right with the football, there was just nowhere to go. And
I felt bad for his offensive line there because their job is to create creases, right? Create openings. But if those defenders keep their shoulders square to the line of scrimmage and refuse to be budged, that's the end result. No place for him to turn upfield. No chance to gain any yardage.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And he will find Ridley on the left side.
Complete.
5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down.
On the play. 1st down, Atlanta.
Ryan. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Now Ryan. He's going to have the hook up to Gage. The broken tackle, but couldn't create much space. Down just beyond the 35. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. On 3rd down, Ryan. That's complete to Smith. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the 1st, right around the 42. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the 1st down sticks. Don't let them get there, and they rallied and made the tackle.
On 4th down, the Falcons trot out the rookie punter from Syracuse, Sterling Hoffrichter. The All-Pro Deontay Harris deep for New Orleans. And good hustle here as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. And you know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. Breeze now on 1st down. And brought in by the tight end Cook. And he's only able to work this from the 8 to the 10 for a pickup of 2. That catch good for only a couple.
It's 2nd and 8.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Breeze. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
Brings up 3rd down and 8.
Now Breeze on 3rd down. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he'll go out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
An 8-yard return there after a punt of 47. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Matt Ryan and the Falcons getting ready to go again here on offense. He's played a pretty clean 1st half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the 2nd quarter. The intended target was Calvin Ridley. 2nd and 10, it's Ryan again. Gonna flare this one out to Gurley in the flat. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, Give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a third down.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. From midfield now, here's Ryan. And this will be broken up and incomplete. Now a penalty flag down, and they may be going backward here. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
The Saints take over 1st and 10. At their own 22.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
Throwing on 1st down is Breeze. That'll be complete to Cook. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. Breeze, one of the best ever in these situations as he's trying to get his guys set. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. And Stills over the middle. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Breeze, and complete right side to Cook. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Breeze to throw again. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. And his kick is good. Oh, he just did tuck it into the bottom of that left corner. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. The NFL season going to be about 2/3 complete after this weekend, so lots to get to as we check out what's going on here in Week 11. We'll begin up at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte, and it's the Lions who are out in front as they play the second quarter. Matthew Stafford's thrown a touchdown pass. From there, we take the long trip across the country, about as far as you can go. Check on the Seahawks in Seattle. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Arizona Cardinals. 23-17, the final score. In our game, it was the former MVP, Matt Ryan, with a strong first half. He's thrown for close to 200 yards already, and that's helped propel his guys into the lead. As we send you back to Brandon Gaudin.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half.
Deontay Harris on the return. The Saints take over 1st and 10. At their own.
Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
They start the second half with Kamara. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Got a man. He finds Sanders. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. Incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it there. And it'll be second down.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Breeze again here on 2nd and 10.
Open man is the tight end Troutman.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
48-yard line.
Kamara powers through. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
Alvin Kamara hit the NFL with a bang, had double-digit touchdowns in his first 2 seasons. Now, production fell off a little bit last year. Just 6 times did he find the end zone. But his ability to run it and catch it out of the backfield makes him hard to cover. Look for a bounce-back season in 2020.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Breeze.
Trying for Sanders, but this is intercepted.
Picked up by Demonte Kazin. And a return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 46.
He gives to Gurley.
And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Staying on the ground. This time it's Smith. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
He's taken down here by the Saints.
That's his 2nd sack of the game. The best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
The Falcons send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10.
The New Orleans offense set to take over.
And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
put it mildly. That is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in a good spot. Great place to run some of your best off.
Now Breeze lost the football.
The pass. A fumble on the play.
Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there. Their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
The fumble on first down. Now here's second down. Here's Breeze to throw. He'll get this one underneath to Kamara. And they'll get him down right around the 11-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Shotgun now for Breeze. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Well, the passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Atlanta prepped and readied for its next possession. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game? You
are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
He was tackled at the 46-yard line. It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's 3rd
from the shotgun. Ryan. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
They'll try to get the offense going with Kamara. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Breeze. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 16 yards, a 1st down.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
49-yard line.
Off the play fake to Kamara. It's Breeze. And that'll be incomplete. Pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 6 yards to go.
From the gun on 3rd down, Breeze. On the left side, this is Stills. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field.
Now, if you're a fan of punting, and I know that not many people are, but this game kind of turning into one for you.
Well, it's okay if it's a skills contest, right? We're really into it then, but not during the course of an actual game. This has turned into a field position game, though. Sometimes a better punter may actually determine the outcome.
And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The job of any linebacker involves having enough strength to fight off a blocker and get to ball carriers. But in this case, I think we can safely say he beat him right off the snap to get into the backfield and make that play.
Second and 12.
From the gun, it's Ryan. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. The left side completion to Jones. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 14. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
It'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Out onto the field comes New Orleans.
And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising.
And Breeze is intercepted for the 3rd time.
Picked up by DeMonte Casey. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. And on that one, with 6 defensive backs, did he need to be more careful throwing the football? I mean, I guess obviously in hindsight he did, but...
Yeah, hindsight, but even in foresight, when you got 6 defensive backs on the field, you just know you're going to get multiple coverages. You're never sure what you're going to see. But the biggest one is you don't have much reaction time for your receivers to go get the football, because those guys, they're the best cover guys on the field. They go get it. And on that play, they took it the other way for 6 points.
Now Younghoe Koo for the extra point.
And the lead is up to 14. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. On the return, Deontay Harris.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Saints take over 1st and 10.
And the New Orleans offense set to take over.
And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
Breeze now to throw. And Cook has it left side.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
Final minute now of the third quarter. On second down, Kamara. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up third.
They run it again with Kamara. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
That's good for a Saints. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
As they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On first and 10, here's Breeze. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll make this a second down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Breeze is thrown on target to Cook, and they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. That one good for 10 yards, and it'll be second and very short.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control.
And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Adam Troutman, his second touchdown on the season. And the Saints have cut it back within a score.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money, in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
Will Lutz on for the point after. It's up and good, a 7-point margin. It's 20-13 now. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it all culminates in a Saints touchdown. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This will make it into the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here first and 10. Now a draw play for Gurley. And he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be second and 10. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this fourth quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the fourth quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense.
And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Cameron Jordan. He's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
3rd and long. It's Ryan. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's 4th down. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
The Falcons send out their punter as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And this returnable for Harris. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And it feels like the momentum has shifted. They scored, then their defense forces that last punt. And now a chance to tie the game on this possession. So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48.
He'll set up to throw from the gun.
That's complete to his running back, Kamara. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
At the 48-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Able to get away. Oh, no. Lost the football. And the Falcons grab it. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
That feels like an accumulation of the pressure we've seen all game. I mean, he's been on the turf a whole lot because of sacks. Eventually, something else happens as well, and this time it was a turnover.
Yeah, caught up to him. Atlanta prepped and readied for its next possession. They'll be hoping to work a little clock and try to add on to this slim 4th quarter lead. But whatever happens on this drive, certainly a huge fumble recovery by their defense at this juncture. Following the fumble recovery, it's Ryan. He's going to have the hook up to Gage. That catch good for only a couple.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Now Gurley.
And the Falcons are going to have a 1st and goal forthcoming as he takes this down to about the 5-yard line.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
They'll try and push it in with Gurley. But I don't think Gurley got there. Looks like the defense held him back. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. Now it's Ryan. Off the option, that's complete. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Falcons will add on to their lead.
There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Coup for the extra point.
And the lead is up to 14.
Kick is good.
A drive that time of 6 plays. And the Falcons score to cap it off.
Saints 13.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Here's Harris to return it. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line so they felt they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here?
At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. Now Breeze. He's going to air one out. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Breeze. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
The Saints on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8.
This is 3rd down and 12. This is complete to Michael Thomas. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Now a pass hauled in downfield. Now he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Again, it's Breeze. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
It's a gain of 7.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
To throw again on 2nd down. Breeze. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete.
Breeze pass.
They'll give him a yard on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 2.
Breeze to throw again. He'll get this to his tight end, Troutman. And he is going to have a Saints first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
And a two-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Into the red zone, it's Breeze. And Stills over the middle. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Again, they'll throw with Breeze. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And he stops shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return. Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before, and right now, after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offensive coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field. So play calling may come into it a little bit, maybe run the ball a little bit more. But a lot of it depends on the scoreboard. They may have to keep throwing it.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Here's Smith as he'll try to run some clock. And good yardage as he gets this one up to about the 23. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Back to the ground, this time with Gurley. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They run. It's Gurley. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley.
And this will be a Falcons first down as he's able to get this up past the 40.
Gurley taken down at the 41.
Brandon, sometimes it just comes down to the power of suggestion, because I know exactly what they said all week long. We're coming off the open week. We'll have the fresher legs in the 4th quarter, and they will wilt when we get to that point. And right now, it appears that they're thinking that exact thing.
Yeah, offensively, they had the bye last week. Defensively, did not. Is that really a big factor? Is that more talk during the week?
I think the more that you talk about it, the more that you emphasize it, the more sometimes it comes true for your team.
The Falcons in victory formation as they take a knee. Ryan heads down to a knee, and that should wrap this one up. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And I know I'm not breaking any news when I say that any road win in this league is a good one.
No doubt.
But it's a double bonus when you get a victory on the road in your division.
And when you start a season, each team breaks down their schedule in different ways. Some do it every 4 games, right? Let's go quarterly. Others say, listen, we've got to take care of our home field. And, you know, out of a 16-game season, if you get 8 at home, let's at least win 7 at home and split our road games. That's what you're trying to get done. So you're exactly right. A road win, precious, especially within the division.
So for Atlanta, it's a win that might keep them alive in the playoff race as they're back to 500 at 5-5.